In a world spinning with noise, distraction, and emotional bait, the most dangerous man is the one who remains unmoved. He doesn't flinch when tested, he doesn't chase when ignored, and he doesn't explain when misunderstood. While others spiral in chaos, he moves with purpose, with silence, and with strength forged not in public applause, but in private discipline. This video isn't about blaming others, it's about building the kind of man no one can shake. A man who understands power not as force but as presence. Here are 16 rules for becoming that man. The unmoved, the respected, the unchained need nothing, own everything. The moment you need her attention, her affection, her validation, you've already given up your crown. Power isn't in chasing, it's in choosing. The man who can walk into a room fully whole without anyone's gaze is the man who owns it. Most men beg silently, for looks, for love, for reassurance, but the one who needs nothing, he is the one no one forgets. When you stop reaching for approval, you start pulling gravity. Calm is the new power. In conflict, many lose themselves in rage, in panic, in noise, but calm is terrifying. She raises her voice, you lower yours. She tests you emotionally, you remain composed. This is not suppression, it's discipline, and discipline is power. When you can stand still in emotional fire and not burn, you win. Every single time, confront your darkness, or she will. Inside every man lives a shadow. His fears, his pain, his guilt. Ignore it, and she'll find it. Not out of cruelty, but instinct. She'll test your wounds to see if you bleed. And if you haven't met your demons face to face, you will react. You'll lash out, collapse, or apologize for scars you never chose. But the man who has stared into his own abyss and returned with wisdom, that man cannot be shaken. Stop performing, start becoming. Too many men turn dating into theater. They become what they think she wants. They compete, they perform, they dance for approval. But the man who is building his life, not waiting to be chosen, he's the one she can't stop thinking about, because he isn't trying to impress. He's too busy becoming. Carry fire, don't burn the room. There's a difference between a man who is kind and a man who is controlled. The kind man is safe. The controlled man is powerful. You don't need to prove you're dangerous. Let it sit in your posture, in your silence, in your eyes. The most feared man in the room is the one who could, but never needs to. Speak less, say more. Most men drown in their own explanations. They overtalk, overtext, overjustify. But the man who speaks with restraint speaks with weight. You don't need to explain your choices to everyone. You don't need to convince her why you're worth it. Say little, mean it. Let your silence do the heavy lifting. Stop chasing, start choosing. The world teaches men to chase, but what if you didn't? What if you became so centered, so rare, that people came to you? When you stop running, you force others to decide. Do they match your pace or fall behind? Power isn't in being wanted, it's in doing the wanting. Be tested, don't be broken. You will be tested, not always maliciously. Sometimes just to see if you're real. She will push. Life will push harder, and most will fall into defensiveness or anger. But you don't flinch. Being tested is not a threat, it's an invitation to show what you've built inside. Respect over romance. You can buy affection. You can't buy respect. She may like you for your charm. She'll respect you for your backbone. And respect lasts longer than love when storms hit. Choose to be respected, and let affection be the byproduct, not the goal. Let silence work for you. Silence isn't emptiness, it's presence, a tool, a weapon. In a world addicted to validation and response, the man who can say nothing and mean it wins. Next time you're provoked, pause. Let the silence speak. Let it echo. You'll say more by saying less. Live in truth, not emotion. Emotions lie. Truth doesn't. She may call you cold for not reacting. Others may label you detached. But you are not here to ride emotional waves. You are here to anchor them. What's true remains, whether it's liked or not. And a man who lives by truth never needs approval. Build the kingdom. Don't beg for entry. You weren't born to orbit someone else's world. You were born to build your own. Most men, the moment they fall for her, abandon their vision. They adapt, they mold, they lose themselves in her storm. But the high man doesn't fold. He invites her in, but only if she respects the architecture. Walk away without looking back. Love without attachment. Stand without leaning. The man who can walk away quietly, confidently, finally, is the man no one dares to manipulate. He doesn't threaten to leave, he simply does when needed. That kind of independence, it's untouchable. Watch, don't fix. You don't need to correct her, you don't need to coach her, just observe. She says one thing, her actions say another. Believe the behavior, not the words. See her clearly and adjust accordingly, quietly, without ceremony. That's how a man moves, with clarity, not confrontation. Master desire, or be ruled by it. Sex, beauty, validation, these aren't enemies, but when they govern you, they enslave you. Every man feels the pull, but the rare one sees through it. He chooses when to act, and when to walk past temptation without a second glance. Because his mission is greater than his appetite. You are the prize, not because someone crowned you, but because you claimed it. You built the discipline, you held the silence, you stayed calm in the fire. You rose in solitude. That crown, you didn't earn it through charm. You earned it through pain, through vision, through stillness. And when the world sees that she follows,